Oh boy. First time at Summit. Well, we are here. We have made it. Street Car Takeover, Texas Motorplex. Pretty soon we'll be on track. Entering in the roll racing, doing 2 qualifying passes, and then we'll see where we stand. We're probably just gonna run it on wastegate because we just got the motor back together not very many days ago, and I have not had a chance to tune it. So I don't want to risk blowing it up. So we're just gonna try to be competitive in whatever class that we land in, which is probably gonna end up being maybe like 130 mile an hour class. There's a lot of really fast cars here that I'd love to play with, but I've got a bigger race lined up in about 4 weeks, and I don't want to hurt it because it's an extremely important race to us. It's kind of not a once in a lifetime opportunity, but it's very hard to get into it. And we got in, so today's just kind of trial, just testing for us. We're not gonna go all out, but we'll try to be competitive in whatever class that we land in. And then we'll continue to work towards the next event, but today we'll at least get it dialed in on about 10 pounds of boost. And if we feel like it's going good and we need to use more, we'll use more, but probably not gonna be in the top 1 or 2 classes, where we'll probably end up either in the bottom class or the second to the last class, to be honest with you. So see what happens. We got the car set up, got a generator going with some fans, trying to stay cool. It's 100 degrees out here today, so may walk around and check out some cars while we're here. Say hi. Look at this. Somebody come look at this legend. Of course, the Camel Towing Company is there with the Subaru. Imagine that. And oh my God, it's hot. It is 100 degrees out here at Texas Motorplex. And it's Texas. We're waiting for tech in to start. They said it started at 3. We got here at 2 expecting to meet the crowd. We did. We got set up. We were already in town because we had to go by Summit to get a fire jacket. I didn't have one, and they say that it's required, but I kind of got a feeling it's not required. So probably bought that for nothing, but we will need it for the next event we do in a couple of weeks. But we're just sitting here waiting on tech to come around. They said it's at 6, so we've been sitting here since like 2:30, just waiting, sitting in the car because it's so damn hot. So we're just waiting on them to call us up. There's a radio station that we're supposed to listen to, but they have not turned on the radio station yet. So taking a little longer than expected, but as soon as 6 o'clock rolls around, it's 5:10 now, so we got 50 minutes. We'll roll over to the staging lanes and we'll get in line with everybody. Took a look at the parking lot. There's not a whole lot of people at this event so far. I'm wondering if this is due to the change in plans. It all changed last minute. It was supposed to be roll racing on Saturday, ended up being roll racing today. This afternoon instead of tomorrow morning. So everything kind of got jacked up. Met a couple cool people out here with some pretty fast cars. That Subaru that's across from us makes like 900 horsepower out of an STI. Pretty nuts. SRT4, big turbo. Lots of vets, lots of GTRs, Vipers, all kinds of stuff, all the big heavy hitters. So we're not gonna exactly be the most competitive. Like I said, we just got the car back running a few days ago from melting cylinder 6. And we have had no time to go out and tune. I did try to go out and tune the other day, and I made a mistake and had to erase everything that I did and start over. So I've not made a pass on the way the car sits right now. So first pass is going to end up being kind of trial and error. I went through and just kind of added fuel where I think I need the fuel, because we did bump the compression up a little bit and have a bit of head porting done. So just to be safe, we added a little bit. And then we'll make a log on that pass and see how it does and make adjustments from there. But probably not going, like I said, probably not going to turn it up. Unless we make our first qualifying pass and they let us see where we kind of stand, and maybe we get up into like the second class instead of the lowest. I just don't want to get to a point where I've got to beat the brakes off of this thing several weeks before our big race event. I'd rather have that time to kind of dial things in and get it ready. So anyways, we'll be back once they start tech-in. About to have a driver's meeting for roll racing.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and de-pin and then get new pins and do something.
Lined up, ready to qualify. Alright, so we made our first qualifying pass, second gear. We did like 132 and some change. We beat a GT500 that was next to us. He did like 129. What did he do? Yeah, it was a new GT500. We got him by about 3 miles an hour, but it was a tenth of a second difference. Like I barely edged him out. He was up like 6 miles an hour on me by the 8th. It was crazy. But, you know, we don't always start at the same time, so. Oh, shit. But yeah, we did pretty good. Probably going to leave it alone for qualifying. Kind of want to see where everybody else is going to be at, and then we'll make a decision if I turn it up or not. Not going to get a whole lot of footage of everybody else, but I'll get some. Just kind of see everybody stacks. Audi, turbo F-body. Remember, wastegate we did 132. 126 and 124. Oh boy, I may have gone too fast. I might not be in the low class. It's getting hot. Gonna race this F-body. Looks fast. Don't know what's done to it. Just waiting on our turn. Well, we made it through round one. We raced a Caprice, like a PPV car with a blower on it. Torque something blower. I don't know what it was called. Torque something. We spun, yeah, we spun really, really hard off the hit. I probably had a little too much sauce in it for the hit. It spiked up a lot of boost and blew the tires off, and I got back in it and stayed out in front of the Caprice for a while, but I only trapped 126, so it was actually a slower run. And I blew a line off of the new pull-off valve. I guess I didn't have it secured, so had a boost leak. I could watch the boost go like from like 20 something, like right at 20 pounds, and then just drop to like 14 or something. Like, yeah, it definitely hit the brakes for me.
Everybody else just hit the brakes.
Yeah, I mean, I hit the brakes before like the end, but you saw that, I'm sure.
I mean, for the time, like, so that was your fastest time. That's slowest speed.
Oh, what was the time?
9.1.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I texted it all to you. I was blowing you up.
Oh, did you? We'll look at it and see.
Down. $40-mile-an-hour, left lane setting the pace. Oh boy, you're in trouble, BMW. This GTO is bad. Charge and GTO, they're both on the brakes. And the right lane goes 136.65 in my BMW.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. This one has an aftermarket controller for the transmission. Thank you. Not sure what gear it is, but it's nasty. This thing's gonna get me. But hey, second place. Not bad. We just built the car like less than a week ago and didn't even get a chance to tune it until we got here in the qualifying rounds, and here we are in second place. So pretty happy with that.
And here we go, the BMW right side taking over the on the brakes, out front, turns on the red light. There's one. Oh! Get over here!
I wish I had the fucking GoPro going because we just won our class. We just gapped that Porsche. Oh boy, he fucked me up. That dude left so hard. He left way, way before me. Like, he was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna give you a fair chance. I'm gonna wait till the tree. Nah, dude, this guy went right after the fucking burnout box. And I was like, fuck. He's 3 cars ahead of me. So I had to run him down. I just clicked that shit over as soon as I got in fourth and ran him down, got a couple of, like, maybe half a car ahead of him, stabbed the brakes, and fucking took home first place. So we won. First event ever. Car got done like 6 days ago and haven't actually driven it until today. Yeah. Let's fucking go, baby. This lady, I love this lady at the ticket booth. I said I wanted to see you again. I wanted to see you again. Let me see. Did I win?
Yeah, you won.
Oh, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
He been coming by every time he wins. He didn't want the ticket. He wanted the ticket. And I looked again. I said, not 580. I said, oh, you got it.
I got him.
Bless you.
Old school versus new school, baby.
Right.
We got it.
Bless you.
Take it easy.
You too.
That lady's been rooting for me all night long. She is so cool.
That's it? Daily roll?
That's it.
Okay.
Ooh, looky there.
Yeah, 400.
Sweet.
I just found out that I have the trophies here. It's going to take me a minute to unpack them.
Cool. I'll be back over here.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, we are back from Street Car Takeover. Well, we've been back from Street Car Takeover, and I just haven't made a video to talk about it. But interesting set of events happened. We got the motor running 5 days before the event. We started it. We oil primed it. We started it. It started up first try. Ran great. Drained the oil, checked the filter, hardly any metal shavings in the filter. Did oil change, put a new filter in it. Drove it down the road to make sure everything was copacetic, and we basically pulled it back in. A couple days later, put it in the trailer, towed it to Street Car Takeover, pulled it off the trailer, tuned it on our passes in qualifying, and went out and won the entire event. Went out and won our class, put it like that. Yeah, so we were in the daily street roll class, won a bit of money, $500. Showed some people our taillights. So basically what we did was we on wastegate, and we had to tune it basically. I mean, the engine has a little bit more compression. The head has a pocket port on it, so the tune wasn't perfect, but it was good enough to make a pass in qualifying round 1. Made a couple of changes, went out, same thing, qualified round 2, went a little bit faster. Round 1 was against a new GT500, a stock one. He says it's stock, but it had like an N-gauge type deal in it. I don't know if it was actually an N-gauge or if it was something else, but it was some kind of gauge tuner thing in the window. And then we went round 2 qualifying, raced against I want to say this thing had a Maggie on, like a 2650 or some kind of big blower. It had a big lid on it. I couldn't tell what it was, but I could see the lid through the cowl hood that it had on it. But it was a F-body, it was a Firebird, Trans Am, whatever. He barely edged us out. Again, we're on 10 pounds, and he barely got ahead of us. We could have just clicked over and smoked that guy. But so he actually got in. The GT500 got in. We went to round 1, and we were up against a Caprice PPV, like the Caprice cop car, with like a 6.0 in it, maybe a 6.2, whatever those came with. But it had a Torque Storm blower on it, so it was not slow, but it was no problem for us. First round, we went out and we were really hard on the rolling anti-lag in 3rd gear, and as soon as we got off of it, we just spun our ass off. Prior to that, somebody had drained their ice tank in the staging lanes, and we all drove through water. There was some complaining about it. Some people got to do a rerun. We didn't. We won. The guy didn't complain. We were way out on him. So won round 1, then round 2 came up, and what did we race? Oh, we raced a GTO. So this GTO is badass, as the announcer said as we were coming through the stage, through the tree. The announcer, you'll hear it on the video, the announcer was like, oh boy, BMW, you're in trouble. This GTO is badass. And then we just smoked the guy. So he was eating his words. But the GTO was an LSA swap with small pulleys on it. He had to push it to the line because If he didn't push it to the line, his IETs got up so high from the supercharger turning so much RPM. So him and his boys were pulling it to the line. That was a pretty much max effort. He said it was a built motor, so head, cam, I'm sure, and then as much boost as you can get out of an LSA, that's for sure, and a manual transmission. I was told, and I don't think this is true, I was told that it was around 1,000 horsepower or more. I don't think it's true because we ran like 20 pounds against him, and it was like no problem. Like, we stayed out ahead of him the whole way. Now, he did say, I should have gave you all the sauce. I didn't expect you to be that fast. This was after the race. We beat him. We pull in. He comes up and he talks to me, and he's like, man, I completely underestimated your car. Very nice guy. Really cool about it. Hit me up afterwards. Small world. I know the guy that tunes his car. And so anyways, the guy was really nice. But I still think that if he would have given me all of it, it would not have been enough, and I could have just clicked over even more. So then, so we go to the semifinals. I'm up against an Evo 10. They got a buy run in the round 2. Evo 10 has, I didn't get this on video. Of course, I didn't get much video at all. I'm sorry, guys. Evo 10 is a fully built, like 2.2 liter stroker and a built trans. And the guy said that he builds these for a living in the Dallas area. I don't know the guy's name. Sorry, it's a white Evo 10. It was fast. It got out on me pretty hard right off the bat, but it wasn't much to just stay in it and get them. I did go a little fast that run. I almost broke out. I was 1 mile an hour from breaking out. I didn't realize how far out ahead of him I was, but I hit the brakes just in time to not break out of my class and still beat him. So got him, and then next up was against a 997. Next up was against a like 2023 model 992 Porsche Turbo S. These cars are fast, and they're like with a tune. Like this one had a tune on it, probably a downpipe. They make like 720 to the tire, all wheel, and this guy was just demolishing people off the line. However, everybody was complaining that he was jumping the line. He was starting out before the tree. So when we race, we get up to the tree and then hit it. You pace each other at 40 miles an hour. Once you get to the tree, you hit it. There's no light that drops or anything like that. So it's a gentleman's race. You have to both be fair to each other. Well, apparently this guy, he's been racing a long time. He had been jumping out way before the tree, and you'll see in the video, he was 3 cars ahead of me right off the bat. I mean, as soon as he comes by the camera, he's 3 cars. But it was not enough. It was not enough. I had something for his ass. So I don't even know. I clicked it up just a little bit to hunt him down, and I put about a car and a half on him and then slammed the brakes right before the end. And we beat him by 0.7 of a second. Like, that was the margin of victory, was 0.7. So, in the grand scheme of things, I barely beat him, but I was ahead. I had to do what I had to do and had to hit the brakes not to break out. I probably could have been in the next class up and probably should have been in the next class up, but I didn't know how the car was going to do. And I did still want to be competitive, so I chose to just run on wastegate just to make sure everything was good, and then just use whatever power I needed. Now, is that sandbagging? Sure. I'm sure it is. But I didn't know what the car was going to do. I had no idea. It was completely untested at that point, other than from the old setup. And in the first race, I put a bell valve on the car. Sorry. I lost my T51R mod, so I had to have something ricey. So I put a blow-off valve on it. Sorry, Justin. So I blew the hose off of the barb fitting on the blow-off valve, and I immediately dropped boost because the blow-off valve opened up. So I went from like 16 pounds of boost down to 10 pounds of boost on the first run. Had that been against somebody in the other class, I'd have lost. Like, no doubt, would have lost. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is we went in that class because we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't want to go and stress the car and be like, okay, now we got to run 25 to 35 pounds of boost every single race just to be competitive, knowing that we've got our next race lined up 4 weeks later. It would have been really dumb for us to go out there and blow this car up again, unknowingly, untested. So anyways, I'm making excuses, but I feel like it's justified. I'm happy that we went out and we won Street Car Takeover, or won our class. We worked really hard on it. Next up, we are doing Rocky Mountain Race Week 2.0. That's a drag and drive event hosted by 1320. It's going to be September 15th through the 20th, and it's going to start in Texas and make its way from Pine Valley Raceway to Texas Motorplex, down to Baton Rouge at State Capitol Raceway, then up to Twin City Raceway in Monroe, and then back to Lufkin for Pine Valley Raceway. It's a 1,000-mile drive. We have to carry everything. We can't trailer the car. We show up at the track, we race, we drive to the next track, we race, we drive to the next track, we race. 1,000-mile round trip. Carry all of your fuel, you carry your tires, you carry your tools, you carry everything. It's you and one other person, and y'all are the only ones that can touch the car. So we are gearing up to do that. And what does that mean for us? That means we've got to be reliable more than anything. Fortunately, the engine and transmission have been pretty solid. Transmission, surprisingly, gave us 0 issues at Street Car Takeover. Engine gave us 0 issues. We had 1 vacuum line pop up. We fixed it with 1 zip tie, and then we were good. The biggest problem, as you know, the last time we went to the drag strip, we broke axles and all kinds of shit. So we've got something for that. We can't figure out what's going on.
Let's check these bolts real quick.
Oh.
Raggy.
Oh, that's not good, Raggy.
Whoops.